The sacred trinity of positivism is love as a guiding principle, order as a bedrock, and development as an objective. Until something is replaced, nothing is destroyed. Only that is absolute, everything else is relative. The moral center of humanity is a woman. Individual life only exists as an abstraction, only the collective life of the race has any actual meaning.
To better yourself, be aware of yourself.
Religion is a fantasy from childhood that may be grown out of with the right education. Ideas either govern the world or destabilize it. To reformat society using humanity's systematic culture without the involvement of God or a monarch. Every science is based on the coordination of facts. If various observations were made in isolation from one another, science would not exist. The coherence of facts is the foundation of all sciences. If different observations were made independently of one another, science would not exist. Why should we permit free thinking in politics or morals if we forbid it in chemistry or biology? Knowing a science's history is essential to understanding it. Always more people are dead than alive in humanity. Since Bacon's time, all wise people have emphasized that only knowledge based on seen facts can truly be called wisdom. This is undeniable at this point in human development. But if we go back to the beginnings of human knowing, we will see that things must have been different. If it is true that all theories must be founded on observed facts, it is also true that facts cannot be viewed without some theory's direction. Without such direction, our facts would be futile and ineffective, we would not be able to remember them, and for the most part, we would not even be able to detect them. With a view to building, induction for deduction. Auguste Comte, however, has now learned the truth. Freedom of the press and thought are no longer necessary as a result. I want to run and govern the entire nation. The living are ruled by the dead. Since Bacon's time, all wise people have emphasized that knowledge that is not founded on seen facts cannot be true. The rule is that any branch of human knowledge, every leading notion, must first pass through three distinct theoretical conditions: the theological, or fictional, metaphysical, or abstract, and scientific, or positive. The word right ought to be banned from political discourse just as cause ought to be banned from philosophical discourse. Thus, the study of mathematics, and nothing else, is the only way to get a precise and thorough understanding of what constitutes science. The earliest form of reason may be found in mathematics, and biologists must turn to it for the tools they need to conduct their investigations. According to the positivism view of knowing, observation-based science is the only source of reliable information for humans. Love as a guiding principle, order as a bedrock, and development as an objective make up positivism's sacred trinity. Religion is a childish fantasy that is outgrown with adequate education. Until something is replaced, nothing is destroyed. With a view to construction, induction for deduction. Knowing a science's history is essential to understanding it. To reformat society using humanity's systematic culture without the involvement of God or a monarch. The morally upright component of humanity is the woman. There is no indication of an all-directing mind in the universe. However, Auguste Comte has now learned the truth. Freedom of the press and thought are no longer necessary as a result. I want to organize and dominate the entire nation. There are always more dead people than alive people in humanity. The rule is that every one of our basic ideas, any area of our knowledge, passes progressively through three different theoretical frameworks: the theological, or fictitious, the metaphysical, or abstract, and the scientific, or positive. Individual life merely exists as an abstraction. The only true life is the race's collective life. History is now being studied systematically for the first time, and it has been discovered that it is subject to constant laws like other phenomena. Since Bacon's time, all wise people have emphasized that knowledge that is not founded on seen facts cannot be true. The stars proclaim Kepler and Newton's greatness.